Sought the restraining order in the parameters of your custody agreement. I called your ex-husband. I gave him a list of locations that you guys could possibly do the supervised visits in, neutral locations. He didn't like the list, and he wanted me to come to you about possibly doing the supervised visits in his home.
No, I'm completely uncomfortable with that suggestion and request. With his track record, I really don't trust him with my son in his home, even if you're supervising it.
Based off of his recent injuries and the fact that he's on disability, the only reason that we're kind of pushing towards his house is because he technically is disabled right now. So taking him to a library.
I understand he's on disability. I understand he's out of work for the time being. I see it reflected in my child support. But he was stabbed up here. He's mobile, he can talk, he can move. To call him disabled, I think that's a bit of a stretch.
Right. I get your apprehension. I get that it doesn't really sound fair. And I get why you feel the way you do. Can I just suggest one little compromise so that we can make this a little bit easier and it doesn't have to be so like pulling teeth?
I'm listening.
Our suggestion is you do one of the supervised visits at his home just to appease him, and then after that we'll do the supervised visits in a neutral setting, a public place, and we'll heavily push that on his end. Can we have that compromise?
Just one time. Just the one time. And then it needs to be done in a public place. And with this one time, you better make sure that nothing happens to my son. I don't want him in my ex-husband's home. And whenever he's around him, something happens. So please, I need your assurance.
Okay, great. I really genuinely appreciate that. And I just want to assure you that whatever happens at his home, no funny business. He won't have any guests. And everything will be, we'll try to make it quick.
Okay. Because if there's any funny business, I'm going straight to my lawyer. I have him on speed dial. I think you look cute. Better than your construction outfit for sure. And it covers up the stab wounds. You can't see the injury.
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that the stab wounds were covered up and I wasn't walking around looking like I survived something. I didn't think the turtleneck was going to look good on me, but I think this is going to help my custody case even more in terms of avoiding strikes. Like, I look presentable. The chain makes me look like I can afford my child support, even though I can't. And looking at me, you can't really tell I'm disabled, right? Did you hear about the supervised visit coming up?
Yeah, I did hear about it, but I'm obviously not allowed to be in your house when Junior is here, right?
Yeah, but this is my home, right? So, oops, my girlfriend's here. I didn't know that. Say hi to Junior real quick. We can do something like that, an accident or something like that. You know what I mean? And I kind of want the agent to see you because you look more presentable than me. You look kind of like you went to school and stuff. And if I want to avoid more strikes and I want the old strikes being taken away, you make my life look better, in addition to this shirt. You know what I mean? So I want people to think I'm changing, like, oh, I was stabbed. I have a new lease on life. Maybe I can get more than just 2 days a week custody. You know what I mean?
If you keep this attitude, I really do feel like positive change is coming your way. I can just sense it, you're putting it into the universe and I think it's coming back to you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm actually, for once, looking forward to this supervised visit, especially knowing that my child support isn't like killing me this week because of my disability. But I'm excited for Junior to be in my home for once, and I'm going to show him that life is way more fun with Daddy than it is with Mommy. You're allowing the supervised visit to be at your ex-husband's house? I understand they said it's going to be one time, but do you really believe that?
Believe me, I tried to argue with the agent. I put up my side of the story and everything. And it's just, from the way he framed it, it's easier this way. We do it one time. I'm appeasing Joey this one time to keep his mouth shut, and then we'll do it in a neutral setting. I don't like it, but I did try to argue against it.
I'm trying not to get angry. I'm trying not to freak out here, but why don't you let me talk to the agent? Why don't you let me argue for you on your behalf? Because sometimes I feel like you can come off a little nice.
Okay, I can sense what you're feeling. I know what you're going through. I'm Junior's mother. Like, I get it. But you just need to relax a little bit.
I just don't want this guy getting his way. You know, because I know how he sees it. He's gonna get Junior in his house, and it's gonna be this one-time thing, but he sees it as a little win. He sees it as a one-up on you, and he feels like he's winning the game somehow. This guy's not disabled.
Brian, please don't frame it like I didn't try hard. This is my son. I tried. Okay, and I could have won. But you have to pick your battles. The guy was right. Let Joey do it one time, and then he can't say we never let him do it.
Well, you didn't argue hard enough. Are you...
What is it, Brian? Just speak. Don't get angry, but just speak. I'm here. I'm listening.
I love that kid. I know he's not my son. And I know I'm just his quote-unquote stepdad, if I'm even that. He's really growing on me. And I'm starting to feel connected to him. And now to picture him going to his father's house, that doofus. You mix that with knowing that your ex-husband thinks he's winning now and that he's slowly gaining traction or whatever, I don't know. It just pisses me off. And I don't get angry like that.
I get it, Brian. Believe me. Like I said, I'm Junior's mother. I feel what you're feeling. I get it. But if I can do this, so can you.
Welcome home, Junior.
It may not be your home now, but it will be one day, you know? You remember this place? You were here for a little bit before your mom snatched you back and took me to court. You don't know about all that stuff yet, but you'll grow up and you'll understand. Mommy played dirty. She took me to court, got a divorce, took my money, you know? Hopefully you never have to go through something like that. I hope you realize, Junior, when you're here, that this is your castle. You do what you want. It's not like mommy's, you know, where you got all those rules and stuff. You're gonna get older. You want to go play on your bike. I'll get you a bike one day. You go on your bike whenever you want to. Play video games whenever you want. Daddy's is the fun zone. You'll realize that when you get older. Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see you smiling, you know? Because I'm a good dad at the end of the day. No one's going to take that away from me. Alright, I know he's just a toddler and he can't understand you and all that, but I promise your wife no funny business, so let's not talk like that, okay? Hey, you want to talk about funny business? Why don't you come over here, look out the window, and I'll show you some funny business.
I'm outside his house, Victor. Just wanted to make sure the supervised visit goes well and he doesn't have like an unauthorized visit from his mother or a batch of crazy clowns showing up or something.
Oh, Brian. I know you mean well, but think of the restraining order, and this doesn't sound like a good idea.
You can't trust this guy, Victor. Just because he says things are gonna go good and he's gonna follow the rules, I don't believe it for 1 second. And this is Junior here. This is Miranda's son. She's too... I hate saying it, but she's too lax. Excuse me, can I ask what you're doing, sir? Damn it. Call you back, Victor. Hello, officer. How are you?
So bro gets arrested for breaking a restraining order, right? My ex-wife's boyfriend gets arrested. She gonna get a strike for that? Cause I know if my girlfriend sneezed the wrong way, I'd get 9 strikes.
I documented everything. We'll look into it.
I can't believe you went and got yourself arrested, Brian. Of all things, of all people. I can't believe you did that.
I'm not defending myself, Miranda, I know. But it's not like I confronted him. It's not like I went up to his door and tried to interfere with the supervised visit. I parked my car across the street just to make sure he didn't do anything funny. I was just looking out for Junior.
Okay, but you've seen how crazy my life is. You've seen how crazy this custody agreement is. And for you to go out there and risk not being able to see Junior again, they can stop you from seeing Junior.
I really don't think so. I parked my car. Okay? Sure, violated the restraining order, I get that. But I had to look out for Junior. Alright, and I think everyone can understand why I had to look out for Junior. Your ex-husband's track record is not squeaky clean. Something always happens. And I just wanted to make sure nothing happened.
Okay, big key word in what you just said. I'm not trying to be offensive, but I have full custody, not you. It's been a privilege that you get to be around Junior. Okay, Joey's not allowed to have anyone around him, and I could easily fall into that category, Brian. And now you've dealt with the police, so how is this going to play out?
Let's not word it like that. Hey, I still feel like I'm Junior's stepdad. Me and you are having a baby together. It has to count for something in this case. The agent has to see that somehow.
I can't comprehend words right now, Brian. I'm just really upset.
I genuinely apologize. I wasn't trying to upset you, and I didn't even want you to find out. I was just looking out for your son. Not for nothing. If you ask any of your followers, I bet they'd do the same thing.
I'm not concerned with what anyone else would do. I do what's best for me and my son and you need to think the same way. You're not written into this custody agreement, so every time you're in my house or anytime you're around Junior, it's a privilege. You have to act like it is.
I think it goes without saying that we have to look into what Brian did, and my higher-ups have been notified of his actions.
On behalf of my boyfriend, he just didn't know better. Okay, and he was also looking out for my son, because we all know my ex-husband's track record and his family is very shady, to say the least. So he was just trying to keep a distance from afar, that's all. He honestly didn't realize that he was breaking the restraining order. Like, who can really tell what 50 feet is, you know?
You know, and I shouldn't have been, but I've been on your side in this case, and I've tried to give you some slack. But when your boyfriend does something like that, really hard for me to make excuses for you.
I'm well aware, he's well aware, and we're very sorry for what happened. It's just, we were super nervous about my son being at my ex-husband's home, and I think we're justified.
Alright, well, changing the subject, the next supervised visit is going to be at the library. Obviously you can't be there because of the restraining order, so you can drop Junior off with me down the block. You can have your mother there, but you have to stay 50 feet away, as does your boyfriend.
Okay, I completely understand. I will cooperate with whatever's next.
Alright, let's hope this next visit goes a little bit smoother. Okay?
You should have seen his face. The cop's at the window and he's like, like he's so shocked that the cop's there. Meanwhile, you're breaking the restraining order, my dude. It's crazy. Anyway, the next supervised visit is going to be at the library. Oh, library. It's a little cringe. I'm sure your ex-wife will love that. I will look. Last supervised visit, I was a good boy, right? And look what happened. She was the one that broke the rules. This time, it's a public library, right? Anyone can come and go through a public library. So I want you to show up. Joey, I know you want me to meet your son, but I will. I just don't want you breaking the rules, you know? I'm not allowed. Remember what I said about being at my house and it looking like an accident? That probably wouldn't have flown in hindsight. But this could be a legitimate accident. You know, you're there picking up some reading material about women's rights or something. And oh my God, hey, Joey, that's your son? How you doing? I just want you to meet Junior, you know? You have 2 strikes against you, Joey. I really think you're like on thin ice, you know? I don't want to be the reason that you get a 3rd strike. Chelsea, am I really gonna get a strike because I bumped into you in public? Don't you want to meet my son? Alright, I'll do it. I mean, there were a few books that I wanted to check out anyway. It's this one called When the Toxic Mother-in-Law. I really want to read that one. You know, because I read, unlike your ex-wife. Alright, here's Junior. I'll be up the block at the Starbucks. I think that's 50 feet away. So if you need me, I'll be there. So,
Yeah, the Starbucks is 50 feet away. It's actually 62 feet. I'll let you know when we're done.
Okay, awesome. I know I don't need to tell you this. Hopefully you're a professional, but it's a public place. Please just be on the lookout for things. 'Cause it is my ex-husband, and no matter how much he says he's changed or he slaps on a new turtleneck, he's still the same person.
Of course, Miranda. You don't have to worry. You doing, Junior? Welcome to the library. This is life. This is where we have to meet now. Where's your mom? Up the block at Starbucks? It's probably getting one of those grandes over those expensive ones, right? I wonder if she's using her money or the child support money that I give her. Probably the second one, right? Forget it. I can't do it. Just stay in the car. I'm just gonna stay in the car. No one will see me. I guess it's good. I guess it's good you're around books. Because I bet now, you know, she's a tablet mom, right? She probably already had you on a tablet at home because she's probably too busy with her boyfriend. Hey, Joey Riley? Wait a minute, Chelsea? Oh my God. I haven't seen you in a long time no see. What has it been since like high school? This is my son. Hi, Junior. It's so nice to meet you. Excuse me, miss? Can you step away? He's in the middle of a supervised visit. He's not allowed to have people come and go.
Oh my God. That's his girlfriend. I thought he wasn't supposed to have any. Okay. All right, calm down, Miranda. Don't confront her. Just stay in the car. I'm confronting her. I don't care.
Don't do it, Miranda. Don't do it.
How'd you know? How do you know what's going on?
I'm in my car. Don't worry, I'm 50 feet away. I see everything and I see what you're about to do. Don't do it.
Damn it. But Brian, she went to the supervised visit. Like, she can't get away with that. Like...
Miranda, sweetheart. Don't.
All right. I'll let it go. Thank you, Brian.
All right, here's Junior. He was very good. He behaved very well.
Okay, great. Thank you. Did anything happen in the library?
Yeah, your ex-husband ran into an old friend who I think is his current girlfriend, but I quickly shooed her away. She said hello and that was it.
Okay. Thank you for telling me. Thank you for being transparent. Come on, Junior. Let's go home.
Whether it's you or me, it can't happen again. We can't act on impulse in this custody agreement.
Thank you for stopping me. I know I was hard on you and I was angry, but I was a hypocrite. And thank you for stopping me, because I would have gotten a strike.
Of course. I was just remembering what you told me, and I was stopping you from doing what I had done. It's the right thing to do.
Well, we survived Junior going to his house for a supervised visit. We survived him going to a library. We're doing good. Joey has 2 strikes.
And he just needs one more.
It's you and me together. I think that it's gonna be a good outcome. From the pregnancy to the custody. You and me are a team.
You and me, and Junior, and our baby, and all of your fans. We're all a team. Forever. Your fans need nicknames. Didn't Twilight have like nicknames and stuff?